Hello, my name is Angel Soliveris, and I would like to welcome you to the show, Making a Connection in Lancaster. Today we have a very special guest. Diana Herbert is the president of the Puerto Rican Committee of Lancaster. Diana, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you here. Diana, for the benefit of our viewers who might not know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself and how long have you been with the Puerto Rican Cultural Center?
Well, I have two children, two grandchildren, and I've been with the Puerto Rican committee for, I'm going on to my 11 years. I got involved because one year I saw that, I think it was the Puerto Rican parade and the festival that they were having, and I was wondering, how can I do something like that? So one time I was driving down Chestnut Street and you just had the old office there, and I just walked in, and I've been there since 10 years. I've been the president now for, I'm going on my third year now.
Okay.
So
you started out as a volunteer then?
Yes, I did sign up as a volunteer, and the first thing I went in there was I told the other volunteers, the first thing they told me was, this is all volunteer work, and we don't get no pay. And I told them, well, I don't cook.
Okay. So you did other things.
Yeah, I did other things, and 10 years later, they got me cooking.
Okay.
So
Fantastic. Well, today you're going to be talking about the Culture Center, some of the programs that you have now, some that you're going to be starting in the future, and some of the services that you guys provide over at the Culture Center, because a lot of people know about the Culture Center, but they don't know everything that goes on there. So I thought you might be the perfect person to bring on the show and talk about this. And you guys also do the annual Puerto Rican Day Parade here in Lancaster.
exactly.
And we're also going to talk about that. That parade, you put it on, but it requires a lot of volunteers.
A
lot of help to get that show on the road. So people have this thing about the Culture Center. They consider it a very special place. Why do they feel that way about the Cultural Center?
I think the reason why a lot of people, well, I can speak for us. We consider a special place because it's the only culture center, I believe, in the Eastern, like Allentown don't have one, Reading doesn't have one. They have centers, but they don't have a big culture center like we have one.
Okay.
And that was a lot of volunteer work. You should know.
I know. I was there from the beginning.
Yes, it's a lot of work that everybody put in, a lot of hours, and if you haven't visited, go take a tour, and it's a beautiful place. Yeah,
the building is actually very user-friendly. It's a multifunctional building.
Yes.
You have your committee offices upstairs on
do.
a second level. You guys also have a state-of-the-art boardroom that a lot of people are not aware of.
Yes, we do.
With the 6x6 projection screen, and you have the huge ballroom downstairs where you held a lot of your activities, and the screen in the ballroom is like 10 feet by 10 feet, is that correct?
Yeah, and we also have downstairs, we have the same thing. We have the screen downstairs. We have a social club downstairs. We have, the building's used for, they have Lancaster General Hospital comes there for workshop, for women in health workshop. It's always packed.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that also. And you also use the building on Sundays for church services.
Yes, we do. Yep.
Is that correct?
That is correct. We're now this is going to be, so far we had two different churches. One church was there for many months, but now they went to a bigger place. Now we're building another one there, and they just love it there. And it's every Sunday they're there from, I think from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m.
Okay.
So they have service there.
Okay, great. And you still have the social club downstairs on the lower level?
Yes, we still have the social club downstairs, and we're still taking memberships downstairs. We're working on activities, different activities there. We're also working to get volunteers too.
Right. And how many members would you say belong to the social club at this point? Any idea?
At this point, I'm going to say we have I don't even want to put a number there because I'm not quite sure how many we have, because we have different people doing
Right.
and different
Okay.
job titles everybody has.
Okay.
But we have people.
All right, and most people know the center to be used for different social activities, but you also have some programs in the cultural center.
Yes, we do.
Can you tell us something about the programs that you're running there right
We
now?
have, like I was saying, we have Lancaster General Hospital that comes in. We have the Christmas program from Lancaster, Angel Feliciano.
Okay.
He's been doing that for, I'm going to say maybe about 20 years.
The Christmas
But
party for
yeah,
needy
Christmas
kids?
party, yes, for the needy kids. But in the
Okay.
center, he's been doing it for the last, I guess, 4 years or 4 years since we opened up the center. So
Okay.
he's true to the center. We
Mhm.
have our Paul, which we have a youth director for our kids, that he's building up different programs for them,
Mhm.
and that's come from 5 kids to
Excuse me.
now. I'm gonna say maybe 25 kids there, or there could be more, but there's always
Yeah,
kids.
I think the last count was like 35 kids
Yeah,
that he had enrolled.
yeah.
And these are kids that he's teaching dance skills to,
Yes.
and they perform in other parades and
Yeah.
other community activities. Is that
And they're
correct?
also and they also go down to the first, I think it's First Fridays that Lancaster has.
Mhm.
So they're out there in Binns Park, showing what they do.
Okay.
They also go to different homes, I think it's retirement homes,
Mhm.
and show what they, for their
Okay.
elderly.
Put shows on for the
Yeah.
elderly?
Mhm.
Okay. And the Women's Wellness Program, what does that consist of? I know LGH is partnering up with you guys.
Yes.
And what are the workshops?
The one that we just had one, it was, I think it's women's health.
Okay.
And then they have the diabetes one. Then they have obesity.
Mhm.
Then they have heart disease. And I'm going to say it's 4 times a year. And in them 4 times a year, they have a different health issue for the women.
Right. Okay.
We're working on now for men because,
I was going to ask because I didn't see
Yeah.
anything for the men's wellness.
well, they're working on that.
Okay.
That's a grant that they got from, I'm going to say Armstrong,
Okay.
Lanc Armstrong.
Mhm.
And
When does the men's program start? Do you have any
they're
idea?
they're working on it
They're
now.
working on it right
Yeah,
now?
they're hoping to get it in soon.
Okay. And you also have a tutoring program for young people.
Yeah,
tell
we
us
have
a little bit about
we have
that.
the Globe partnership there for their tutoring,
Mhm.
and out of that program there was, I'm going to say there was 25 kids that when they went back to school, their grades went from here to there.
Really?
So is they love the building because it's just them there at that time,
Mhm.
and there's not people coming in and out. So
Okay.
hopefully they will be coming back again.
Okay, so your computer lab is up and running then?
We do have the computer lab. We have another member, a volunteer that comes in and tries to clean out all the computer. So
Okay.
every year it's working
Right.
for somebody different.
Okay. And how about the finance classes and home ownerships? Are you guys still doing that program there?
Yeah, we have a real estate agent that she's working on that. So she brings in like a workshop,
Mhm.
and the first time she came, she was surprised about how many people were there. And she
Right.
says we got to keep doing this.
Okay.
So that's in the works too.
Is that Ada Rivera, is it, or somebody else? Or Fanny Castellano?
Yeah, Franny.
Okay, yeah,
Franny,
Fanny, I know
Franny.
her. Okay, and as far as the other adult classes that you have, you guys are also teaching adults dance lessons as well?
Yeah, we have two different salsa instructors. We have Loida, Loida and Greg does beginners, and we have Ray Rivera. So
Okay.
they're 2 different classes giving out salsa dancing, and
How often do they take place?
they're I think they're probably on vacation right now, but they're Loida and Greg, I believe, on Mondays when they have the beginner classes, and Ray I think is Wednesdays because
Okay.
they're 2 different instructors, so there's 2 different dances.
Okay. And then the Christmas party you mentioned earlier, that is for needy kids, and
Yes.
that is partnered up with the Cultural Center and LGH
Yes.
and Angel Feliciano.
Yes, exactly.
And
Yep.
how long have they been doing that? How many years now?
Like I said, Angel's been doing it since we opened up the Culture Center, and
Okay.
we're going on our 4th year
Mhm.
or 5th year.
Fifth year, I
I think, yeah, the 5th year, right? And he's been there ever since, and it's for low-income homeless shelters, and he always gets people from his job, the caterers, the chefs. They make the food and everything, and that's a big thing.
Yeah, and it's a diverse crowd.
Yes, it
It's
is.
not just for Latino kids,
No,
which
it's
is
not.
it's great to see. I understand that you have some other youth programs taking place in the center, the ones that Paul does, and we've been talking about starting some new programs as well. The center is going to start offering life skills training, which
Yes.
I will be participating in that. And for those people that don't know what life skills trainings is, it's an evidence-based program that was created by Dr. Gilbert Botvin, and basically we have been training middle school youth ages 10 to 14, as well as the high school level kids, and it's several topics that we cover. We cover the value of good health, teaching them what good health is all about. We teach them about decision making everyday decisions that really affect their lives, and also risk taking and substance abuse. Whether it be alcohol, drugs, or so many other issues that we cover. Also, we talk about the studies of media and health, and managing stress and anger, which a lot of kids today walk around with a lot of stuff, a lot of emotions.
Yes, they do.
Family communications and healthy relationships is the other ones that we're going to cover, and we hope to be able to start these in the Culture Center by fall. So we're looking forward to that. Are you guys still doing the art walk on First Fridays?
We're as of now we're not, because we got a lot of people saying there's not enough light on Prince Street, on the side of Prince Street where our center's at.
Okay.
There's a lot of trees there, and we've been trying to get the city to see if they can trim the trees, but it's.
Is that block from Vine Street down
Yes,
to
right.
Farnham Street where the Culture Center
Farming
is
Street,
located?
yeah, and but we do have artwork in our building that anybody wants to come see it, it's there,
Okay.
but
Is the building open during the week?
the building's open usually from 9 in the morning till 5 p.m. unless somebody calls and they say, well, they want to rent the building and I can't make it. They will call, and then they make an appointment with Mo, and he'll stay extra just
Okay.
to give us the person a tour of the building, because we do rent it for sweet 16s, 15s, weddings, baptisms, concerts, you name
Just
it.
about anything.
Yeah.
Okay, and the person to talk to is
Mo Rodriguez.
Mo Rodriguez.
Yes.
He's your operations
He's the
director.
yes,
Director
exactly.
of operations. Okay. So the reason that the first Friday art walk has not continued is because of the lighting on
The
that
lighting.
block. And
That's what
have you
the
talked to the
feedback we
mayor
get.
about that then?
We have,
Yeah.
yeah. And I guess with the budgets and everything that's going on with the city, it's kind of probably hard to get lighting in there. But we've been, yeah.
And you guys used to do a festival also.
We used to.
An annual Puerto Rican festival.
We
It
used
to
to.
last for a week.
Yeah.
So that's no longer in the
No,
plans?
we used to do it on Stevens Tray. Actually, it started as a week. Then we did 4 days. And what happened was it got to a point that it was too much work for little people.
Right.
And
You need more volunteers
we
for
need,
that.
right, we
yeah.
need, you know.
We're going to give you an opportunity to solicit some volunteers in a little bit. So you're not just the president, but you're also the parade coordinator. Is
Yes,
that right?
I am.
Okay, and I want you to talk to us a little bit about what it entails to put on a parade, because most people have no clue. They just know the parade's coming down the street. You go find a chair, sit down, and
Yeah.
watch the parade.
Exactly.
But there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes. So maybe if you
Yes.
can fill us in on some of the process of putting on a parade.
The parade is like, it starts, if it's on Saturday, on Sunday, I'm already on the phone sending out emails and save the date already have the date for next year. That's the first thing I have to work with. It takes a lot of work of doing. It takes a lot of paperwork, a lot of telephone calls.
Yeah.
It also takes sponsors, and that's the hardest thing to get. is the sponsor.
In a tough economy, yeah, I
Yes.
imagine it is. It's a
and
year preparation, right?
yeah, actually, it's an ongoing thing. It doesn't stop.
Right.
You got to keep going, and you know.
And this year's parade is scheduled for when?
September 17th, which is a Saturday, and the theme is learning and experience our Hispanic heritage. Did I say that right?
Yep.
And
Okay.
I think a lot of people think it's just because it says Puerto Rican.
That it's just for Puerto
No,
Ricans,
it's
but it's
not.
not. It's a Latino pride
It's
thing.
right.
So if I'm not mistaken, this is the 31st year for the parade. Is that
It
correct?
is the 31st year of the parade. Last year there was a misprint, and there was a confusion there.
So last year should have been the 30th year.
Exactly,
Okay.
and I checked into
you
it. You think,
researched it?
and I searched, and I says, well, I screwed up.
Okay. Well,
So yeah, it's the 31st annual parade, and hopefully now we got on schedule.
okay. Well, sounds good. So is there, every year you have a different theme, and you said this year's theme again is?
Learning and experience our Hispanic heritage.
Okay, and culture, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. I know firsthand how much work it takes because I was involved with it when my sister was the coordinator of this parade,
Yes.
and she did it for many years, and I was there to help her. And I know it requires a lot of volunteers to put this parade on.
It does.
But there's a lot of people in the community that would like to volunteer. Who should they contact if they're interested in volunteering to help?
Well, they can contact the Culture Center. The number is 397-8597. They can also go visit us at the Culture Center. They can go to the radio station and talk to Hector Valentin
Okay.
and give them the phone number and tell them, look, I want to volunteer. We're always in need of volunteers because it's a lot of work, like you said, you know.
Yeah.
And when I took on this parade, I always helped, but I never did the backward, and it just like fell on my lap, and I just had to take it from pieces. And I'm still learning a lot of things about it because it takes a lot of work and a lot of power. I just know when it's over, I'm glad.
Yeah, you're relieved.
Like,
I'm sure.
finally.
So I know years past when we were involved, like a week or 2 weeks before the parade, we'd go to the radio station. We would talk about the parade coming up and stuff, and we would solicit volunteers to help out and solicit people to come out in a parade.
Yeah, we still
And
do that.
You're still doing that.
Thanks
And-
to the radio station, they give us the time.
Right.
And yes, we still
And
do
you're
it.
encouraging other Latinos to
Yes.
participate in the parade?
Yes.
And how's that going? Is that better than it was? Or?
Well, we do have like members. We do have other. It's not only, like I said, it's not only Puerto Ricans there.
Right.
We do have other members that are not Puerto Rican there, and they help out. They learning what the volunteer is all about, and they help out a lot.
Okay.
But we know everybody has families and jobs, and so I have a family, I have a job, so I have to balance the family. You know how it is.
Yeah, I
And
do.
you have to really want the volunteer. You have to really want it to do it, and you can do it.
Yeah.
Anybody can volunteer, or even if you just want to do it for one day and see what we do, you're more than welcome to come to the building.
Last year, did you guys get an estimate of how big the crowd was downtown? Did I hear right that it was the biggest crowd you've had since the parade started?
I'm not quite sure, but we had a big count. It was because we have people coming from
Out of town.
out of town. We have people that came from Jersey, and we do have people. We even have vendors come from Jersey to Lancaster.
Right.
We have from Allentown. We had a lot of good feedback.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was over 20,000. I'm not sure if it's maybe 20,000
Yeah.
or less, something like that. But it was, plus the weather was great.
Right. Yeah. Unlike other years where it's rained.
Oh my gosh.
The other issue was that I know the mayor wanted to change the parade to Sundays.
Right.
So are we back on Saturdays?
We are back in
permanently?
Saturdays.
The difference now is you have to pay.
Right. And that's, like I said, that's worked on, and matter of fact, yesterday we got the permit, and we got the same lawyers that helped us last year, Hageman and Baranis. they're sponsoring us again. So
Okay.
they're taking care of the permit.
Great.
So we're good to go.
All right. Well, it's exciting. It's exciting. We know it's a lot of work. It's
Yes.
backbreaking work.
Yes.
And I know the people in the city really appreciate it.
I hope so.
They don't always come out and say it, but they show up in numbers and
Yes,
stuff.
they do.
But when you know that they appreciate it, when you don't have it, that you get an earful.
You do.
Right? Because that's happening with the festival.
Yes.
Now everybody's wondering, well, what happened to the festival? Why aren't we having the festival and stuff? So it's tough, and in tough economic times, you have to
Yeah.
make changes and stuff, and we understand. And then I know now with the cultural center, it's very expensive to run as well.
Yes.
So there's
And
priorities.
everything's donations.
Right,
So
and
if
in
anybody
tough
wants to
times,
send us-
donations always drop. But
Yeah, we can use all the donations we can get.
okay, great. So, Diana, unfortunately, I'm glad that you came today. And
Thank you for
unfortunately, we're
having
out
me.
of time. But
Just
I would
hope
like to
this-
thank you for stopping by
Thank
and
you for having
giving
me.
us the information, helping us to make the connection here in Lancaster. There you have, my friends. Unfortunately, like I said, we're out of time and we must move on. But I would like to thank you also for watching, because without you, these programs would not be possible. So please stay tuned for more interesting topics in the weeks ahead and interesting guests as well. Thank you and have a great day.